Hey guys, welcome to another video on Bharat and Germany. My name is Bharat, and in this video I wanted to quickly talk about this particular comment that I received on the PR video. So permanent residency and citizenship, all of these things. So Saurabh Dubey says, my wife doesn't have a birth certificate. What other documents she can show in place of birth certificate? So very important thing, guys. So even though you might feel like you can show some other documents in Germany in place of birth certificate or something, but many times I will tell you that you will find some people who will just completely be hell-bent upon the fact that you have to show the birth certificate and nothing else will work. So even in India, it is much easier to find a way to get your birth certificate. I don't know, whatever kind of ways you have to take a look at, go to your district magistrate or go to your old hospital where you were born, or the village, municipality, whatsoever. But really make sure that you have all of these documents in place, because once you're in Germany and you don't have these kind of documents, it will be very, very painful for you to do anything, because in every single thing the process is going to start elongating for a few months, and in the end you will end up wasting a lot of time. So I really do not recommend it that you come to Germany without any kind of your documents properly made. Second thing that I want to remind you is that if you're coming to Germany anyways, just make sure that you're also thinking about getting an apostille on your main documents. Now, apostille is not necessary at the time of the studies, but when you're applying for your citizenship, or when you're applying for your permanent residency, you will find again some public authorities which will ask for an apostille. So apostille is generally just the attestation from the Ministry of External Affairs in India. And even the Indian consulate in Germany, they cannot attest your documents unless it has a MEA attestation or an apostille. So it is very, very important. It does not take a lot of time. VFS also provides the service to do the attestation on your behalf, so that you don't have to go at a particular place or something. You can just give it to VFS, and then they generally get it attested directly by the MEA. You have to see many times, you also have to get the document first attested by your university, then by the regional education ministry or something, I don't know what it's called, and then the third step is generally the MEA attestation. I'm going to put the link for that in the description below. So that was pretty much it. Not a long video, but I just want to remind you that when you're coming to Germany, just make sure you have these documents in line, because I also had a very big problem, and that was I didn't have a surname. I don't know how we do things in India, but I just had my first name, Bharat. So surname was not written. That meant every single place I was Bharat, Bharat. In all of the bank documents and all of the visa documents, everywhere I was written as Bharat, Bharat. And it just absolutely was really painful, because when you want to open an account somewhere or something, or you are verifying yourself for YouTube or for some kind of other service or bank account, some depot whatsoever, you generally need the right name. And if you don't have the right name, which is then essentially Bharat, Bharat, then all of the documentation is going to start with Bharat, Bharat. So that's why for me it was very important that it didn't stretch on for very long. So as soon as we figured out a way to change the name properly, and you can also do it in Germany. I did it in Germany and it was pretty simple. You generally have to get a newspaper publication in a German national, or I don't know, regional newspaper, and you have to get this ad in an Indian one. So once you have these two things ready, you can very easily start the rest of the process. I don't even know if it was in the Indian one, but again, I'm not the consulate, so I cannot help you with these things. If you have any kind of questions regarding the name change and stuff, directly write to your local consulate. Indian consulate in Hamburg, Indian consulate in Frankfurt, Indian consulate in Munich, Berlin embassy, whatsoever. Just write to them and ask them about these things. But it was generally not so complicated. So just keep these things in mind. These are small things, but they just can cause a lot of pain in the end. So that was pretty much it. Share this video if somebody needs to know about this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.